So we're talking about this 10-year marriage that you truly believe it's not just falling in love. There's an energy about your relationship. There is something extra special. What is it? Tell us on Valentine's Day.
I think we were very fortunate to meet each other and for it to happen very, very quickly. It was sort of like an energy thing. And maintaining the energy is not a strain.
No.
So you could say it was love at first sight or Cupid's arrow or whatever, but when those two forces come together, they become inseparable. And we just have a really fun relationship.
So what's the secret then? There must be some ingredient, not just like, oh, it's easy energy. It's got to be something. Laughter.
We laugh a lot.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we have our hard times and life throws, troubled things at you, but it's getting everything in perspective and having gratitude for what you have.
I mean, where I'm very fortunate is that Liz has been in this business now for, what, 25 years or so?
32.
OK. And so she understands some of the pressures that I'm under. And she was a fantastic support when I went in the jungle. And I couldn't have done it without her. I owe everything to her because she gives me confidence when people, criticise, how this business works. And we try and come over as a very positive couple, which is why we agreed to this invitation, because we just wanted to tell people that if you're having a rough time and things are a little bit difficult, pull together, you'll get through together.
Yeah, we're stronger together.
Yeah. You should have come out first, though. Sorry, you should have come out first. No way, you were so entertaining.
For anybody who doesn't know, so you guys met, so you were in temporarily on Deal or No Deal as a makeup artist, is that right?
Well, I was running the department, and when Deal first started, they asked me to do it, and I was like, I didn't want to do it because I was juggling other jobs as well. So I got my friend to do Deal. And she then was offered a commercial, which she was desperate to do for 3 days, and said, please, would you cover for me for 3 days? And I thought, oh, OK, I'll do it for 3 days. And literally, when we met, I mean, obviously I knew who he was and everything else, but when we met, I had a picture of him on my wall when I was little, next to Orinoco.
Did he know that before? Or did you just
I know. She told me she had this poster on her bedroom wall, and I wanted to be between David Cassidy and Donny Osmond, and I was between the Womble.
Yeah. So my love of things hairy was obviously deep stemmed. But when we met, it was extraordinary, actually. I mean, I like all the soppy films as well. And I used to watch them and think...
Yeah, well, what do we call it? We all grapple with words, don't we? People talk about... I talk about cosmic ordering. Millions of people talk about prayer or power of positive thinking. And we do feel as if it was meant to be.
Yeah. This cosmic ordering, explain how it works.
Well, it is just prayer. I know some people sort of have said Edmonds has gone away, he's new age and he's gone daft and whatever. But the reality is millions of people every day pray. And lots of people try and become more positive in their outlook in life. Cosmic ordering is only just a slightly disciplined way of doing it. You might write something down on a bit of paper. Some people go for a walk on the beach and look at the ocean and make their prayers and things. And I did want to find love in my life. I had a big hole in my life at that time. I'd gone through a very difficult, challenging time, and bang! I mean, I knew Liz was there before I even turned around. That's how powerful it was.
You know the exact second, in fact.
It was 6 minutes past 11 on October the 6th, 2006.
Wow. Check that.
Yeah, I remember that. And in those days, Deal was still not really taken off, and I had a Winnebago in the car park, and, she came in to introduce herself and whatever. And that photograph, actually, they took the Winnebago away when they closed it.
I was going to say, is that your Winnebago?
Yeah, that was it.
You need a bit straight.
Yeah. It was a low budget. It was low budget, Jane.
You did start off in the toilets, though, remember, for the pilot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was how glamorous Deal was. My dressing room was a toilet.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
had you
best
two
of.
ever encountered each other before?
No,
Doing that business? No.
No.
Almost many times, like at Pebble Mill and places like that, we literally just kept crossing paths but never meeting. And
Because the time wasn't right then.
No, it
obviously.
wasn't.
And
It wasn't
was
right.
when
Yeah.
you finally met. Yeah.
Isn't that also
you do just
maybe-
know.
Yeah, but also there's an element, I think, also of being in the right place in your own lives at the time.
definitely.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you've got 4 daughters
Yeah.
and you've got 2 sons.
boys, yeah.
So how was it suddenly
It was a
being
little
in a
bit of a
house
shock.
with boys?
It was a little bit of a shock with a 3-year-old and 5-year-old boys, because the girls always walked around puddles if you were out in the countryside, and boys just go wham straight in. But I'm so fortunate. I mean, I'm so blessed because Harrison and Cameron, who are now 17 and 15, are best chums. And our whole life is blessed. We spend every day thanking the cosmos, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, for our wonderful life. We're just very grateful. And it is interesting, the more grateful you are, I think you'll relate to this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it comes
it's calmer. It does seem to come
They
back.
say the law of attraction.
And I keep
isn't it?
saying to people who talk about our relationship, because we have inspired a few people, I keep saying, however low you are, try and keep a positive attitude and a positive outlook.
And there is always a silver lining. You may not feel it at the time, but there is. I look back on events in my life and I think, God, if I didn't go through that hard time, then this wouldn't happen. And you become stronger for getting through it, basically.
I agree totally on positive thinking in terms of, because I think there's a sort of like a self-prophesying element to it where you go, right, OK, this is what I want to do. But the only thing outside of that for me is health, because a lot of people will suddenly get ill through no fault of their own or whatever, and then all the cosmic ordering in the world is not going to change that, is it?
Well, it is an energy thing, and this isn't the right environment to get into quite a detailed description of the human body energy system, but I would advocate that people look at NASA's website, Green Med and things like this.
Green Med's brilliant.
Where if we start to understand what we are, and all we are is electric beings, then you can actually enhance your energy field. And when all is said and done, this is Valentine's Day, love, what is it? It's energy.
Yeah.
And keeping that going sometimes requires other energy to come in from outside. And health is part of that. I'm a big advocate of maintaining your health and looking after your wellness.
Well, you look very healthy.
Well, it's working well for me. We have brought a little gift for you guys, which is some cream which Liz makes, and
Totally
look at
organic.
that.
Totally
I mean, for goodness sake, this is 70-year-old skin here.
Well, look,
Will it get mad?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Mad magnet.
I find when I put it on, I'm fighting them off all the time.
Talking of outside energies, we had one of your old friends on the show recently.
Oh,
Mr. Blobby.
Really, yes.
very quickly, folks, I have to show you this because there's a lot of love for you, Noel. Take a look.
Oh.
Oh, blobby. Yeah. Huh. Oh, blobby blob. Blobby blob blob. Blob 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 blob. Oh, blobby. Oh, blobby 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 blob. Oh, blobby blobby blob blob. Blobby. Oh, blob. Oh.
I'm so happy those days are over.